place. Every dream that has ever been achieved, every empire that has ever been built, every life that has ever been transformed, began with one simple yet profound act: belief. Not belief in luck, not belief in chance, place, but belief in oneself. Before the world can ever see you as the best, you must first see yourself that way. You must believe before you become. This is not arrogance. It is awareness, place. It is the understanding that greatness does not begin when others recognize your value. It begins when you recognize it within yourself. Think for a moment about every successful person who ever walked this earth, place. They were not handed confidence. They built it piece by piece through faith in their purpose. When Henry Ford dreamed of building a car that the common man could afford, people laughed, place. When Edison failed thousands of times to make the light bulb work, they called him foolish. When Napoleon Bonaparte declared himself emperor, he was a young, unknown soldier from a small island, place. But they all shared one common truth. They acted as if they were destined for greatness long before the world gave them permission to be great. That, my friend, is belief in action. You see, the mind is a mirror, place. Whatever image you place before it, it reflects. If you feed it doubt, it will reflect defeat. If you feed it faith, it will reflect power, place. The difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary lies not in talent, not in opportunity, but in the image you dare to hold of yourself, place. The world has a strange way of bowing before those who walk with certainty. When you carry yourself as someone who knows their worth, who knows their purpose, life begins to respond accordingly, place. The people around you begin to treat you differently, not because they suddenly changed, but because you did. Hook, the truth is, life doesn't believe in you until you believe in yourself. Place, that is why belief must come first. You must act as if success is already written in your destiny. You must behave as though every goal is achievable, every dream is possible, place, and every obstacle is nothing more than a temporary detour on your path to greatness. When your mind accepts this as truth, your actions begin to align with your belief. Your energy changes, your focus sharpens, place. You stop chasing approval and start walking in purpose. Belief is not a feeling, it is a decision. It is a command you give your mind. I will become who I was meant to be. Every morning when you wake up, place, look into the mirror and tell yourself, not with arrogance, but with certainty, no one is better than me, because no one is. Every human being is born with the same divine spark, the same power of thought, place, the same creative intelligence. The only difference between success and failure is how you choose to use that power. Those who believe achieve. Those who doubt delay. Hook, place, remember this. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. If you wish to rise above the average, you must stop thinking like the average. The average mind waits for proof before it believes. Place, the great mind believes first, and the proof follows. The universe moves in harmony with belief. It opens doors where there were walls. It brings people, ideas, place, and opportunities into alignment with the vibration of your faith. You must train your mind daily. Feed it affirmations of confidence. Protect it from the noise of negativity. Place, refuse to let fear dictate your thoughts. When fear whispers, you can't answer back with, watch me. Act as if you already possess the qualities you seek: strength, wisdom, power, and determination. Place. When you act from that state, you begin to become that state. You are not waiting for success to arrive. You are preparing yourself to meet it halfway. Place. The world does not reward potential. It rewards conviction. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you do not believe in yourself, that talent remains buried. Belief turns potential into power. Place, it transforms dreams into plans and plans into reality. You must first see yourself as capable, worthy, and destined before anyone else will. Place. The greatest secret of achievement is not in doing, it's in believing before doing. You become what you believe. If you see yourself as weak, you will act weak. If you see yourself as strong, place, you will act strong. And through repeated action, belief transforms into truth. So hold the image of greatness so firmly in your mind that nothing can shake it. Walk into every room, every challenge, place, every opportunity with the unshakable inner voice that says, I am the best version of myself and no one is better than me. Because that belief, once planted, will move mountains in your favor. You said, Di doing items to undated and hidi angi connection in mon of args and moatidi more ingi agiana agenda add helkezi asias HGPT said, place. Your attitude is a silent language that speaks before your mouth ever opens. The way you walk, the way you look at the world, the tone of your voice, all of it broadcasts one powerful message. Place, who you believe you are. To carry the posture of greatness is to declare to the universe, I am ready. It is to move, speak, and act as one who already owns the victory. You see, place. Success is not something that suddenly arrives at your doorstep. It is something you magnetize through your presence. Your posture, your energy, your expression, these are not small details. Place, they are signals of your destiny. When you enter a room, the world should feel your confidence before you say a single word. This is not arrogance, it is certainty. There is a sacred difference. Arrogance tries to prove, certainty simply is. It does not shout, it radiates. The greatest leaders in history did not demand respect through words, they commanded it through their bearing. Think of the way a lion walks through the jungle. It doesn't roar to prove it's the king. It moves with calm assurance, knowing exactly what it is. That is the energy of greatness. You must learn to walk through life with that same quiet power. Hook people do not see you as you are, they see you as you present yourself to be. If you carry yourself with doubt, the world will mirror that doubt right back at you. But if you carry yourself with confidence, with a sense of purpose and vision, you will find that others begin to treat you with that same respect. The world is a reflection of your internal state. Change your inner belief and your outer reality must follow. Posture is not just physical, it is spiritual. It is the alignment of your body, your mind, and your intention. When your shoulders are back, your eyes are forward, and your head is held high, you are telling your subconscious mind, I am strong, I am capable, and I am ready. That message ripples through every cell in your body, influencing how you think, how you act, and how others respond to you. Confidence is not a costume you put on, it is a vibration you live in. Hook, the world rewards the person who looks like they know where they're going, even if they're still finding the way. Do not wait to feel confident before you act. Act first, and confidence will follow. Every great performer, every visionary, every champion once stood where you are, uncertain, hesitant, unsure. But they learned a powerful truth: motion creates emotion. When you walk, speak, and move like the best, your mind begins to accept that identity. You become what you repeatedly express. Your posture of greatness is built in moments of discipline. It's how you handle setbacks without losing composure. It's how you look at challenges not as walls, but as stepping stones. It's how you maintain poise when others lose theirs. Greatness is not just in what you do, it's in how you do it. Every action, every gesture, every decision becomes a reflection of your belief that you are destined to rise. Hook, you are always broadcasting a message. Make sure it says, I was born for success. Even in silence, people can feel your conviction. They can sense when you know who you are and when you don't. That is why you must condition yourself daily. Stand tall even when no one is watching. Speak with clarity even when your voice shakes. Look in the mirror and practice the language of confidence until it becomes second nature. When I interviewed great minds throughout my life, one truth echoed through them all. They carried themselves differently. There was something unexplainable in their presence, a force that seemed to bend circumstances in their favor. That force was belief expressed through posture. They didn't just think success, they embodied it. You could see it in their eyes, in their handshake, in the way they entered a room. They lived as if they had already arrived long before the world caught up. And that, my friend, is what it means to carry the posture of greatness. It's not about pretending to be someone else. It's about becoming the fullest version of who you already are. Every movement, every expression, every word should affirm your worth. Stand like a conqueror, move like a visionary, speak like a leader. Because when you begin to carry yourself as the best, life itself will rise to meet your standard. You said, Theo 600 Buardex 8 ADNNI Gianisdom and Divuni Mighty Memoartan Mirror Prawazatimelaide and DGI Nidi and ADDH GPT said, There comes a moment in every person's life when they must stop hesitating and start deciding. The line between success and mediocrity is drawn not by talent or luck, but by the power to decide with conviction. Most people wait for the perfect time, the perfect condition, the perfect feeling before they move. And that is why they never do. They wait for clarity when clarity only comes through action. To replace doubt with decision is to take control of your destiny. It is to tell your mind, I no longer negotiate with fear, I decide. Because in the very moment you decide, the universe begins to rearrange itself in your favor. Hook, indecision is the silent killer of dreams. It drains energy, breeds fear, and disguises itself as caution. Every time you hesitate, you give power to your doubt. You let your potential slip away one uncertain moment at a time. But when you make a decision, you unleash energy, you ignite motion. The mind becomes focused, the body aligns, and opportunity appears where hesitation once stood. Great achievers understand this truth: decision is the first victory. Once the decision is made, the rest is merely persistence. Think of every legend who built something lasting. They did not wait until they felt ready. They acted, and readiness followed. When Henry Ford decided he would build an automobile for the masses, he had no roadmap, no precedent, and no guarantee of success. But he made a decision so strong that every obstacle bent beneath its force. Decision transforms the impossible into the inevitable. You cannot stand at the edge of life forever dipping your toes in the water. At some point you must leap, and the leap itself will teach you how to fly. Hook, the mind obeys command, not confusion. Place. When you are decisive, your mind becomes a servant of your purpose. It begins to filter information, attract solutions, and eliminate distractions. But when you waver, place, your mind becomes divided, and a divided mind can create nothing great. The person who cannot decide will forever be ruled by those who can. To live without decision is to hand your future over to chance. Place. Decision is not only about choosing a direction, it is about burning the bridge to retreat. It is the inner declaration that says, I will move forward, place, and I will not look back. When you make that kind of decision, fear loses its power. Obstacles become challenges instead of excuses. Every fiber of your being begins to align with your intent. Place. The universe rewards the decisive because decision is a signal of faith. It says, I believe in my purpose enough to act, even when I cannot see the whole path. Hook, you cannot steer a parked car. Place. Motion creates momentum, and momentum builds mastery. The simple act of deciding puts you ahead of 90% of people who are still debating, doubting, and delaying. Every successful individual has scars of failure. Place. But those scars are proof of courage. They decided, they acted, they learned, and they rose. Failure is never the enemy. Indecision is. Failure refines you, but indecision confines you. Place. When you replace doubt with decision, something extraordinary happens inside you. Your energy shifts from fear to focus. Your voice grows stronger, your vision clearer. You stop asking, place, can I? And start saying, I will. That single shift in language rewires your brain for success. You begin to attract people who respect conviction because confidence recognizes confidence. Place. Understand that success is not about making perfect choices, it's about making firm ones. You can correct a decision in motion, but you cannot correct hesitation. Life is fluid. Place. It rewards those who move with it. The longer you stay still, the more your courage fades. The act of deciding rekindles that courage, reignites passion, and commands progress. Hook, every time you delay. Place. Life decides for you, and life rarely chooses in your favor. So make your decision and make it final. Choose faith over fear, action over hesitation, motion over paralysis. Place. You will find that the power you seek has been waiting all along for you to simply say yes. The world does not belong to the talented or the lucky. It belongs to the decisive. You said, 600 words and dote DDNY hated NGA de cosios to amorti and McIT mores profession and DDD and DAD hecosidatias. A ChatGPT said, place. There is a quiet power that awakens the moment you stop comparing yourself to others and begin competing only with the person you were yesterday. True greatness is never born from rivalry. Place. It is born from refinement. When you compete only with yourself, you reclaim the energy that was wasted on envy, doubt, and distraction, and you channel it into growth. Place. The most successful people in history were not obsessed with others. They were obsessed with becoming better, sharper, and stronger each day. Place. They understood that their only real opponent was their own potential waiting to be realized. Hook, comparison is the thief of focus, and focus is the mother of success. Place. Every time you measure your progress against someone else's timeline, you weaken your own. You begin to chase their path instead of building yours. You lose sight of your strengths, your rhythm, and your vision. Place. The truth is, there will always be someone ahead of you and someone behind you, but neither of them matters. The only one who matters is the person in the mirror, the one who wakes up every morning with a choice. Place. To stay the same or to grow. When you make yourself the competition, you ignite an inner fire that no one can extinguish. You no longer need to prove your worth, you begin to improve it. Place. Each day becomes a test of your endurance, your will, and your discipline. The real question shifts from, am I better than them? To, am I better than I was? That question is the mark of a master. Place. It keeps you humble when you succeed and hungry when you fall short. Hook, the greatest victory you will ever win is over your former self. Place. There is no fulfillment in trying to outshine others because their light does not determine your brightness. When you compete with yourself, you build power quietly without the noise of comparison. Place. You train your mind to focus on progress instead of perfection. You learn that success is not a race to be won, but a standard to be raised. Imagine a sculptor shaping a masterpiece. Place. He doesn't look to the artist beside him. His eyes are fixed on his own creation. He chips away at every flaw until his vision takes form. That is how you must treat your life. Every day, carve away a weakness. Place. A doubt, a fear, until what remains is excellence. The greatest artists, athletes, and leaders mastered this truth. They never stopped refining themselves. Hook, competing with others creates pressure. Place. Competing with yourself creates power. When your goal is internal growth, you become unstoppable. You no longer fear failure because failure becomes feedback. Place. You no longer envy success because success becomes inspiration. You start learning from everyone without losing yourself in anyone. The ego begins to quiet down and purpose begins to speak louder. Place. Those who chase others always feel behind. Those who chase themselves always move forward. When you fix your eyes on your own path, the noise of the world fades. You begin to notice how far you've come. Place, not how far others seem to be. Progress, no matter how small, becomes fuel. Each new achievement becomes proof that you are evolving. That sense of growth gives you confidence that no applause can match. Place. The only person you need to impress is the one who looks back at you in the mirror every morning. Hold yourself accountable. Compete with your own excuses, your own laziness, your own fears. Place. Be ruthless with your weaknesses and generous with your potential. The man or woman who commits to daily self-competition will always surpass the one who seeks validation from others. Because growth, once awakened, place, does not stop, it multiplies. The path to mastery is not crowded because few people choose it. Most would rather measure than improve. But those who dare to turn inward discover a secret. Place. When you compete with yourself, you win every time. You win by growing. You win by evolving. You win by becoming a better thinker, worker, and believer than you were before. Place. That is the essence of greatness. To rise not above others, but beyond your former limits. You said, Sipkano ansi war diwanadiens. Ayan calling you stamorde as a meo profession and NGNJ and NGD Hukasa ChatGPT said your words are the architects of your destiny. Place. Every sentence you speak, every thought you allow to take form in your mind builds the framework of your future. Place. To speak victory into existence is to recognize the creative power of language, because what you say, you begin to believe, and what you believe, you begin to live. Words are not mere sounds. Place. They are vibrations that shape reality. The world listens to your tone, the universe responds to your conviction, and your subconscious mind records every syllable as a command. When you speak with faith, place, certainty, and strength, you instruct life itself to align with your vision. Hook every word you speak is either a weapon for your success or a wound to your potential. Place. Most people sabotage their own future with the language they use daily. They say, I can't, and their mind obeys. They say, I'll try, and they plant hesitation instead of confidence. Place. They talk about fear, failure, and frustration, and their world rearranges itself to deliver more of the same. The mind does not filter what you speak, it believes. Place. That is why the wise discipline their tongue as fiercely as they discipline their mind. They understand that language is the seed of destiny. The greatest achievers in history mastered this principle. Place. They spoke not about where they were, but about where they were going. They declared victory before it arrived. They affirmed strength when they were weak. Their words were instruments of creation, not reflection. Place. When Thomas Edison said, I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work, he was not describing failure, he was commanding persistence. He refused to let language define him as defeated. Place. That single shift in speech shaped his reality. Hook, you cannot speak defeat and expect to live victory. Your voice has the power to lift or to limit. When you speak with power, place, you give your mind permission to rise. When you speak with fear, you build your own cage. The person who speaks victory even in the face of struggle begins to attract strength, solutions, and opportunity. Place. The tone of your words sets the vibration of your life. When you speak confidence, you magnetize confidence. When you speak abundance, you open doors for prosperity to enter. When you speak love, place, love begins to multiply. Every morning is an opportunity to set the tone of your day through speech. Speak as though success is already standing at your doorstep. Say, today I will rise. Today, place, I will conquer every challenge. Today I walk with purpose. These are not empty affirmations. They are commands to your mind, declarations that activate the power of belief. Place. Your subconscious listens to repetition. When you consistently speak victory, you reprogram your entire nervous system for achievement. You begin to feel what you say, and when feeling joins belief, play manifestation follows. Hook, the tongue is small, but it can build empires or destroy them. Guard it, train it, let it serve your purpose. Stop repeating the language of limitation. Do not say, place, I'm unlucky. Say, I am learning. Do not say, I'm struggling. Say, I'm growing. Your words shape your perception, and perception shapes your experience. When you shift your language, place, you shift your energy. When you shift your energy, your world must transform. There will be moments when doubt whispers, when circumstances seem to contradict your declarations. That is when your words matter most. Place. Anyone can speak victory when life is easy, but champions speak victory when everything seems to fall apart, because they know that language is not a reflection of circumstance, it is a declaration of authority. Place. The one who continues to speak light in darkness is the one who summons dawn. Hook, speak it until you see it, and when you see it, keep speaking it higher. Place. This is the discipline of success, to use words as instruments of faith, not expressions of fear. Speak what you desire as though it already exists. Tell yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, place, I am destined. Say it with conviction until your mind accepts it as truth. The repetition of power becomes the rhythm of your reality. Your future is listening to your words today. Place, every phrase you utter sends ripples through the unseen, calling forth people, places, and opportunities that match your vibration. So speak carefully but boldly. Speak as a creator, not a victim. Place. Speak as a leader, not a follower. Because when you speak victory into existence, you are not describing the life you have, you are commanding the life you will have. You said, 680 and Haiti and John Dedinan Kanahuzo Ward Van Makaiti Mori Pifaso Milan DNGLA Guy 80 Chisache GPT said, place. The greatest secret of unstoppable people is simple. They live as if they cannot fail. They act with such conviction, such faith, that success becomes inevitable. When you live as if you cannot fail, place. You shift from fear to focus, from hesitation to momentum. You stop questioning what might go wrong and begin preparing for what will go right. This mindset does not come from arrogance, place. It comes from absolute trust in your vision, your effort, and your purpose. It is the inner knowing that no matter what obstacles appear, you will rise, learn, adapt, and continue forward. Place. Failure loses its sting because it is no longer an end. It becomes a stepping stone toward mastery. Hook, the moment you remove failure from your vocabulary, life begins to open in ways it never has before. Place. Most people live trapped by hesitation. They spend their days calculating risks instead of taking them, worrying about rejection instead of reaching higher. Place. But those who achieve greatness understand that the fear of failure is a heavier burden than failure itself. They move forward not because the path is certain, place, but because their belief is stronger than their doubt. The difference between those who dream and those who do is not luck. It's faith expressed through action. Place. To live as if you cannot fail is to condition your mind to expect success. It means you speak, think, and act with certainty. You stop waiting for external validation and start relying on inner conviction. Place. You replace the question, what if I fail, with what if I fly? You begin to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to prove your strength. Every setback becomes a lesson. Place. Every delay a test of patience, every struggle a refining fire for your greatness. Hook, courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to move despite it. When you move with faith, you build momentum. Place, and momentum is the engine of destiny. Life favors motion. The person who moves wins. The universe cannot assist hesitation, but it always supports action. When you live as if you cannot fail, place, you no longer tiptoe around your potential, you run toward it with open arms. You trust that every step forward, even a stumble, brings you closer to the life you were born to live. Think of every great innovator, place, leader, and visionary who changed the world. They all lived under this principle. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times, yet he never saw failure as defeat. He saw it as information. Place. The Wright brothers were ridiculed for believing they could fly, yet their faith carried them above gravity itself. These people did not wait for proof. They created proof. Place. They acted as if success was inevitable, and eventually it was. Hook, when your belief becomes unshakable, even the universe bends to your will. Place. Living as if you cannot fail does not mean you will never face difficulty. It means you will never surrender to it. You begin to view obstacles as invitations to rise higher. Place. You stop asking for an easy life and start building the strength to handle a great one. This attitude attracts power. It draws opportunities, people, and resources to you because confidence is magnetic. Place. The world responds to certainty. It moves out of the way for those who know where they are going. Every time you act from this mindset, you send a clear message to your subconscious mind. Place. I am in control. The mind then aligns your thoughts, emotions, and actions to make that belief real. You find yourself taking bolder steps, speaking with greater conviction, and moving with purpose. Place. Failure loses its power because it no longer defines you, it refines you. You learn that falling is simply part of flying. Hook. Place. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about mastering the art of rising faster each time you fall. Once you embrace that truth, nothing can intimidate you again. Place. You stop asking if it's possible and start declaring that it's done. You stop reacting to circumstances and start creating them. You no longer wait for permission to move, you give yourself the command. Living as if you cannot fail turns your life into a declaration of faith. It is the ultimate act of self-belief. The moment you adopt it, fear becomes fuel, and every setback becomes strategy. Place. You begin to live with a sense of destiny, as if success is not something you chase, but something already promised. And when you walk with that level of certainty, life cannot help but yield to your command.